Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Monday, 1st April 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. An appeal for all hands on deck to fight the scourge of crime in St. Lucia. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. St. Lucia's Minister with responsibility for crime prevention, Jeremiah Norbert, is welcoming all stakeholders to the table to help decrease criminality on island. Solange Alfred of HTS News Force reports.
Crime Prevention Minister Jeremiah Norbert is extending an olive branch to the opposition United Workers' Party as he looks to move forward with his mandate of engaging all stakeholders in the battle to beat back crime.
Crime is everybody's business, including the opposition, and the Prime Minister stated clearly at the Government House when he made the announcement of me being given the ministerial portfolio. He stated clearly that one of the things that he mandated is that I listen to everybody and that I bring all stakeholders together. And he ensured that he emphasized on opposition as well. So I will make a deliberate effort and attempt to ensure that we get everybody involved, including the opposition.
Bigger than politics. This is how Norbert described a united effort towards crime fighting. The newly appointed minister has welcomed local, regional, and international assistance aimed at aiding St. Lucia's crime-fighting efforts.
I'm very confident in the ability of our police officers in St. Lucia. I want to commend them for their efforts, especially within the past couple of weeks or past month. You would have seen a significant improvement in terms of police presence and police operations being undertaken everywhere you pass in the city, on the outskirts, everywhere within the country. You would have seen the police doing their work, and that speaks for itself. We would have seen from the time we saw the increase, what we also saw was a decline in the numbers, and it shows that the police are there, they're ready to work, our police officers are ready to work, and sometimes we have to augment what they're doing with the assistance of other agencies, and we welcome it.
Officials have labeled crime as a public health threat, with many Caribbean nations impacted. Most recently, the Executive Director of the Regional Security System, RSS, pointed to weak governance as an enabling factor in transnational crime, calling on countries to shore up their security, government, and financial systems as means to deter criminal activities.
All sorts of training is welcome, especially military training. And I know that the police officers will also welcome the opportunity to be able to beef up their skills, to be able to beef up their expertise. We see the whole crime situation is an evolving one, and we need to ensure that police officers are up to date in terms of their training, in terms of their ability. They too are up to date. So I know that they will welcome it, and I know that it will go a long way in terms of helping the police officers in their efforts in combating crime.
The government of St. Lucia is also banking on its robust social program agenda to help in its crime alleviation efforts.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force, in the meantime, claims of its successes in pursuing criminal suspects taking unlicensed firearm off the streets. HTS's Stanley Lucian reports that the police are vowing to continue to exert pressure on those bent on breaking the law.
In a strongly worded message from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force dated Thursday, 28th March, the law enforcement agency assured that the organization, quote, remains steadfast in its commitment to exert pressure on those who engage in criminal activities, unquote. With questions about the visibility and effectiveness of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force coming into question, its missive further reads, quote, The amplification of our operations island-wide serves as evidence that the RSLPF is visible and working assiduously to ensure that the impact of law enforcement is felt by those who infringe on the rights of others or benefit from criminal enterprise." Unquote. To justify that claim, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force reported on its latest operation aimed at reducing firearm-related crimes. The release from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force notes that on Wednesday, 27th March, its officers conducted what it says was a successful joint operation in which 6 warrants were executed, resulting in the confiscation of an unlicensed firearm. No suspect was arrested in connection with the seizure of that illicit weapon, described as a Glock pistol equipped with an extended magazine and an automatic SARE, which makes the weapon more lethal. According to the police, investigations are underway to identify and prosecute the owner of that pistol. Further, in a stark warning from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force ahead of the observance of Good Friday that the sale of liquor is prohibited for the entire day, Section 30, subsection 1A of the Liquor License Act of the Revised Laws of St. Lucia 2021 states, quote, "License holders shall not sell or expose for sale any intoxicating liquor or open or keep open his or her premises during the whole of Good Friday, one of the most solemn days on the Christian calendar. Anyone found in violation of that law will be liable for a fine of $1,500 and, failing to pay that fine, could land the offender in prison for up to 2 years." Stanley Lucian for the HS News Force.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick, in association with our friends at
Antilian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
A former president of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Michael de la Bastide, has died. Mr. de la Bastide, a past Chief Justice of Trinidad and Tobago and Trinity Cross holder, passed away early on Saturday, March 30th. He was 86 years old. Details in this TTT News item.
Retired Justice Michael de la Bastide was appointed Queen's Counsel in January 1975. In the first Republican Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, he served as an independent senator from 1976 to 1981 and as a member of the Hayatali Constitution Commission from 1987 to 1990. Over this same period, he was elected President of the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago for 3 terms, and after being appointed Chief Justice in 1995, in 1996, the St. Mary's College alumnus received the nation's highest award, the Trinity Cross. Mr. Justice de la Bastide demitted office as Chief Justice on July 18th of 2002. He was sworn in as a member of the Privy Council by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on July 27th, 2004, and sworn in as the first President of the Caribbean Court of Justice on August 18th, 2004. He retired from the CCJ 7 years later. His book, Within the Law, Memoirs of a Caribbean Jurist, was published in 2021 to great acclaim. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, extending condolences to Mr. de la Bastide's family, said the nation has lost a good citizen, one who dedicated his life to making this nation better. He said it is his hope that as we celebrate Mr. de la Bastide's life of accomplishment, other citizens will step into the footprints that he made and that many more good citizens are born every day. And the current CCJ President, Mr. Justice Adrian Saunders, remembers Mr. Justice de la Bastide saying his razor-sharp mind, his prodigious knowledge of the law, and his tremendous experience exerted a profound influence on me. The court will open a condolence book to the public on Monday, April 8th. Stacey Ann Providence, TDT News.
Archbishop Jason Gordon urges the population of Trinidad and Tobago to put ego aside and prioritize the Holy Spirit. Nicole M. Romani of TV6 News reports.
Stop breaking the man's heart. You hear me? Oh, go. Let me beg on the man's behalf now. Let me beg on his behalf. How do we break his heart? When we choose to do evil rather than choosing to do good.
Archbishop Jason Gordon says, "We, the people, are the bride of Christ, and we ought to listen to the message of his word." As he addressed those gathered, he urged the congregation to remember the price Jesus paid on the cross.
When we choose to distance ourselves from God and live by our own ego and what I want and what I this and what I that, we are breaking his heart, because rather than accepting the sanctification that he has won for us at the high price of the cross, we keep choosing ego over love of God.
The Archbishop stressed that Good Friday is not about coming to church to hear good sentiments. It's about discipleship.
We are a willful, rambunctious people. And we keep, with our willfulness and our rambunctiousness, we keep taking our country, our families, and our lives in the wrong direction. In the wrong direction. And the only way for salvation to come to this beautiful twin island republic we call Trinidad and Tobago is when humility can come and when we can recognize that God's way is far superior than anything that I might want.
Nicole M. Romani, TV6 News.
Bahamian diplomats in Haiti return home. ZNS's Altovis Munnings tells us more.
As the international community paves the way for some sense of stability in Haiti, the country's top diplomat there, Captain Godfrey Roll, fully supports the government's move to join the multinational mission led by Kenya. As a retired Defense Force officer, Captain Roll commends the Defense Force Commodore and his team for keeping the military organization's commitment to protect our country no matter what. Because, as he puts it, right now, Haiti needs all the help it can get.
Haiti alone, their law enforcement agency, the police, can't do it on their own. As I said before, they've been doing a good job. They've been pushing back against the gang, but they can't do it on their own. That's in my view. They can't. The capability of the Defense Force is in maritime. And so I think their role as a part of any mission ought to be in the maritime part of it, which means that it's, I think, fairly unlikely for a defense officer to actually be stationed in Haiti. That, of course, is a government decision. That, of course, is the leadership of the defense officer to determine. But I think the role that I understand that we might be playing is the one that we're most capable of doing.
Captain Roll and his remaining staff members left Haiti via helicopter this past Saturday as the situation in Haiti grows dire day by day. In fact, gunshots, he says, rang out as the group were leaving the island. Representing the Bahamas in Haiti for a decade now, Captain Roll says he's never been afraid to live there and has seen firsthand the plight of Haitians whom he believes have long been ready to return to a normal life.
But I have found that the politicians in Haiti just can't seem to come to an agreement. You know, to me, it seems that everybody wants to be the chief. And nobody wants to be the Indian, you know, to use it all. Yeah, so until Haitians themselves decide to come together and say, this is our country, we have to come together. I'm not going to get everything that I want. The other person not going to get everything, but there has to be some points of compromise in order to get that country to move ahead.
Captain Roll confirmed the Haitian embassy is now officially closed. However, closely watching the building are the 7 Haitian staff members, which includes drivers, office workers, and a maintenance crew. The senior Bahamian diplomats of the view, though, that the Bahamas will never cut ties with Haiti because of our strong diplomatic relationship. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altovis Munnings.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. protection from all perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family, yes we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.